I'm going to leave you guys to be entertaining for a minute, and I'm going to go get my. Oh, and there's the bees! I love the bees. The bees. I don't know which are my favorites.
These are darling.
I love those.
I do too.
The smiles are perfect.
I'm going to have to move and get a bigger place so I have a room so I can get one of everything.
Yeah, or you just build a shelf around up at, just down from the ceiling, and then you can put them all up there.
I've got so much stuff hanging and everything.
Yeah. Birds and bees. Oh, she hasn't done a bird yet.
Oh my gosh! No, but she's got a dragon. She's got a dragon pattern though.
Yes, I do. I have a very large dragon pattern that I have to like. That one looks very similar to a fox. Like she could modify it. See,
can you make it smaller?
That did the round face, and I didn't like the round face. So the next time I did it, I started and gave him a little bit of a snoot first.
That's so cute. Oh, that's so cute. Now, can you make him half that size?
I'd have to redesign it a little.
I would love a turtle.
Or
a turtle. A turtle, yes.
Turtle would be cool.
A turtle would be awesome. A tortoiseshell turtle.
Lisa? What?
With that tortoiseshell yarn. A tortoiseshell turtle.
Yeah. This is what goes inside. Seriously, I showed my daughter, and she said, "Wow, can she make a fox?" I can make a fox. Totally modify to make a fox. Oh yeah, I can totally modify that for a fox. Just need to. That's just the stuffing. She said, "What do you put in it?" Yeah. This is it. Just normal pieces of people she's killed. And I'm starting to like stuff chunks of yarn into what I make, the little pieces. Mm-hmm. So I use them up instead of letting them go to waste. So that's a good idea. There's yarn scraps. That's a good idea. That's a good idea. So
it is.
There are yarn scraps. Oh, they're so cute.
They are. They're darling.
Like buddies. Do that.
So they are darling.
Good to see you. Hi, Joe.
Hi, Joe.
I was saying hello, Prince.
Yeah, I'm just gonna say Prince.
And the bees. You were looking at the bees. We were exclaiming over the bees. Birds and bees.
We could shorten that to L. Prince L.
You need birds, bees, bunnies. I know. And she just kind of like, she plays with the pattern. She doesn't really use a pattern. She's like, I want it to be shaped like this. Oh, I'll just do that. Oh, okay, no big deal. Oh, look, it's a whole new animal. Yeah. I love it. Well, like, okay. Oh, I know. Onyx Rose is on too. Yeah,
I know.
Really fast. See, like the ears. What happened is I did 7 stitches across, and then did 6, and then gathered 6 2 at a time, and then I grabbed the 3 gathered stitches into one, and then pulled them, and then I had this. It came kind of to a point. But it was really easy to curve on the bottom. So I got the curve and the point and everything modeled to try to get the shape of the deer finger. Yeah.
Right. As one
and then everyone said, "Oh, look, it's a bat or a fox." And I'm like, dang it. They didn't try hard enough. I got to do this better next time. Hey, Stuart, what's a fruit bat look like? I saw that you said fruit bat, but I didn't know what that was. Imagine that he's had and put wings on it. And a little body.
Yeah.
It's got the.
It's like that with wings.
It's like a cat in the head or a fox. Like, what do they have for ears? Or peeps? Like this. They look a lot like this. Thanks, Gerald. They look a lot like that. They look a lot like that.
You look a lot like
big, really? Yeah. Yeah. That sounds cute, though. I'll have to look one up after. I have a funny Porch Peeps, Joe.
I like Porch Peeps.
I like it, too. Yeah, it's so nice to be important. My goodness.
It is. Hi, Stuart. I missed you coming on.
Nice to be important to somebody. You know.
Okay, let's get one more person in here because I want to read my story.
Yeah. Oh, that's a good thing.
I got the prompt done.
I hurt myself kind of.
And I'm excited to share it.
Oh, I'm glad. Is it the one that I read? Granddaughter got her first bath since breaking her thumb.
Did you read The Ring?
The rain.
No, I didn't.
Oh, I guess not.
Okay. Yeah, this is a new one. I wrote this just for the prompt.
Oh, good,
cool.
Eleanor.
It's
I was going to
good.
say about how we are. I've been going to this, well, they called it gentle yoga. I called it social yoga because honestly, we talked more than you do. Funny joke. We talked more than, and just kind of stress and stuff. Well, today, the lady who led it, she is a belly dancer. She's been a belly dancer for years and taught belly dancing.
I have way too many of these things.
They're adorable. So cute. And belly dancing. I mean, there's some very specific muscles that are new.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So that was fun.
What was
Probably a little bit sore.
what was really cool about the cat was until it was a little over halfway, I could take and stand it on its tail and two bottom legs, and it would stand up. So I think I could actually make a little sheep and give it four legs.
Oh, yeah.
Like this, and it would stand up on them.
Yes,
I think I
Oh.
could actually do
that would
a
be
sheep.
adorable. Yeah. That'd be
I think
super cute.
that's doable.
Eleanor wants to know if you can do a Dory.
A
Dory would be so cute.
What's a
I don't
dory?
know what a dory is.
The
I mean,
fish.
I've heard that, but
The little
the
fish.
fish.
Oh,
Yes,
dory.
the fish.
Dory,
That
the
would be a
fish.
Dory.
dory bowl.
I just would have to find the right.
You would do a Dory ball.
Yeah, I could do a dory. I would
it's
just
so
have to
much-
find the
every
right
part of you is
color
icy.
yarns. I'd need like the light blue and the dark blue, and I'd need to find some good yellow eyes for her. And yeah, Jimmy sent me a someone doing an Oogie Boogie, finishing up an Oogie Boogie from Nightmare Before Christmas.
Oh, I don't remember what that one looks like.
Well, that's because he's a big square gunny sack that dances pretty much, and he's all stitched together.
Okay.
And he's pretty nondescript and pretty scary all at the same time. And so, well, more about the ribs moving than the hips. Interesting.
Well, it's all different. Like she had
muscle groups. It's like your body's in a quarter, and each
she was
quarter
doing
does
this
different
whole
stuff.
part and this whole part separately, and the hips and the leg. I mean, it was all like she did a little bit, just showed us, and I'm like, yeah, yeah, that's good.
Belly dancing is excellent exercise.
Oh yeah, I bet it. Eleanor wants a dragon and a dory. Now
we're gonna have to figure out the dragon thing.
The dragon is 48 pages.
Yeah, you might want to do a modified
I found some
dragon.
on sale on Etsy for a couple $100 a piece.
Oh my gosh!
Now that I know it's a 48-page document, I'm pretty sure as to why it probably costs so much money.
Because you're just going to do a modified one.
The cat is 3. So. As a comparison.
Three pages of directions for the cat. 48 for the dragon.
48 for the dragon.
And the dragon needs some special wire to hold its shape also.
Yes, it needs sculpture wire.
Yeah, it would, wouldn't it, for the wings?
Yep.
Yeah.
And then you can make mermaids and
I figured maybe I had one more grand thing I could do before I die. And I thought, what better than a dragon?
Right.
And I looked at the pattern and I said, that's not going to be it.
Yeah.
I got to find some other grand thing to do because it's not going to be the dragon.
It's so funny, because when I started and was just modifying other people's patterns and people called it art, I was like, oh, I'm just crocheting. But now that I literally start at the very beginning and I'm not using a pattern, I'm much more willing to call it art because it's my own creation. And obviously I'm doing it all by myself. And it is sculpting.
I mean, you make shit up. That's a
weird kind of sculpting, but it's sculpting.
It is. It is. I like to sculpt, with a spoon in the ice cream. That's my favorite.
Very good. Very good sculpting.
My favorite. Yeah. Yeah. And I just am bad at crochet, but I like to knit. So, that's how you feel about your cards. You put a lot of time and effort into your cards, Eleanor. I mean, each one is its own creation.
I've done
what kind of cards?
we did card making at church. Right, Eleanor. I mean, I will take a when I have questions about a new thing, I will like take and look at a pattern and maybe even do a rough up of a thing, and then I'll sit there and go, "Well, I don't like how this came out. I don't like how that came out," and
Yeah,
then I
yeah.
will
I
tweak
want
it.
the nails to be more like this. Yeah.
Right. I
Mhm.
especially hate a lot of the early amigurumi stuff. A lot of the patterns out there don't shape things very much. They
Mhm.
just, you
Kind of a
know,
ball. Yeah,
yeah,
or what
yeah.
yeah.
They crochet in the round, and the thing is, if you get
Yes.
to like I bought the Japanese Amigurumi Society's book,
That's cool.
and I was
Did
very
it have all the
disappointed.
special does it have like you said there are certain special kinds of, like, stitches and ways to do things? Does it have that? Or
Yes
is
and
it in
no.
Japanese, and so you don't know?
Oh, it was in English, but
Okay.
it pretty much said you add slip stitches and you add um decreases and increases to change the shape and didn't
Mhm.
go beyond that.
Oh,
And I was
like how to
looking
do
for
those
more
things?
than just you add increases to make it bigger and decreases to make it smaller. I wanted to
Yeah.
know, if you're going to do a nose, how do you make it so you get like the nose to come
Yeah.
out and still use the same thing and not have to sew the nose on separately? Because a lot of other times I will when I see things, they're like, "Oh, well, you make this and sew it on, and you make that and sew it on," and the fewer things you sew on, the more durable the product is, and
Mm.
a lot of people, like, will buy these for kids.
Yeah, you
You
need it
buy
to
this
be
for a
durable,
kid, you're not
for
going
sure.
to want them to be able to accidentally rip an arm off.
No, no.
Um, I made him last spring. He was my first non-Christmas amigurumi. I've done Christmas amigurumis for the past 3 Christmases or so, but I only did them at Christmas before that.
But she's on steroids right now with it. She's
Yeah,
because
this
she got
is
started on the whole emotional chicken thing.
yeah.
And, by the way, so I still need my, emotional support Canadian shirt. So, yeah.
Oh, I thought you
Uh,
had her sending you an emotional support Canadian. I was gonna say, damn, can I get one of them too?
I
I'd rather
know,
be
right?
I'd rather move to Canada and be
A little
emotionally
taller than
supported by
me, a
Canadians.
male, and yeah.
I'm
Mm.
sorry,
Oh, I'm just
I'm pretty
thinking
much
help around the house, an
Oh,
emotional
that'd be
support
good.
Canadian. I'll take it.
Mm.
I'm just I'm done with being an American these days. It just
I know.
It's
Yeah,
hard. It's hard. It's hard.
I feel you. Unfair,
Uh,
Eleanor.
I've known
oh,
some
Eleanor has two
Canadians.
Canadians, you lucky girl.
Mhm.
I don't have any Canadians at the
Hi,
moment,
Linda.
I don't think.
I don't either. I don't have
We
any
have
Canadians.
So-So. We have
Well,
So-So.
yeah, this is true. But I
We
mean,
have
in my
so-so, but
personal
but not
local, I
personal.
know a
Personal.
Canadian thing. I
We
don't have
we have to share so-so. So
Yeah, we do.
yeah.
Yeah, she
I
did
want
a
my
great job on
own.
that
I want my
song.
own
It was
Canadian.
perfect. It was perfect for you, So-So.
so
She's really
sings.
got some oh my
Ooh,
gosh, yeah. Go to her page and look at her karaoke stuff. She just did, I Will Survive.
oh,
It was
cool.
really
Ooh.
good, really fun.
After Star was afraid, I was like
Oh, I
you.
love the name Morgana. Morgana?
Yeah,
Nice.
Morgana.
Oh my God, that's going to be in one of my next stories. I love that
No,
name.
no, no, no. Not gonna tell you what it makes me think of. Never mind.
Makes me think of King Arthur.
Makes me think of kinda like organ oh,
Oh,
what was a gift for Beth? Oh,
Oh,
that
that's going to be
the
in my book
song?
too, my stories too.
Yeah,
I was
yeah.
struggling to find names.
oh, get a baby name book. Buy one at a used
Oh, good
bookstore or
idea.
Oh,
something.
but the problem is that the first names that come up, there's somebody in my family named that.
Well, a baby
And
book
since
name gives
most
you a
of
few
them
hundred to
die,
choose from.
well, but then since most of them die, it's like, well, somebody in the family is going to be upset that you had so killed off. And it's like, oh my God, it's not them. It's a character in a story. It's not the same thing. But people can be
Mhm.
weird. So I'm trying to find names that are not in my family already.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've done
But
that
the
too.
thing is any name you come up with, it's in somebody's family.
Baby name book.
True.
I think that was a good idea, Lisa.
Yeah, I have one
Yeah.
actually. I never got rid of the one we bought when I was pregnant with Jimmy. Managed to
Yeah,
stick
those
around
are cool.
somehow, and
Well, it's
I
good
still have
because
it.
you're right. I mean, you might as well, right?
Yeah, sometimes when
Yep.
I'm really scratching my head, I'll actually get it out and just start paging through it, going,
Yeah,
"Oh, what
yeah.
sounds good now?"
Aussie and I do that on the internet. Baby
Well,
names, real baby names,
and
boy baby names, and histories, meanings, where they come from.
right, right. Sometimes you like to do the extra step and have the name mean something, but
Yeah,
Mhm.
I like them all to mean something.
What it means, Eleanor. Yeah. So, Eleanor
Sometimes
has
mine
something
name
to read,
themselves.
and you have
The
something
ones
to read, Sacred,
I
right?
do, and this one it came with names, so I don't know what to tell
So
you.
you
It
can
had
do that
instructions.
one, and
Yeah,
then I'll read my very serious poem that I wrote today, and then Eleanor could come on and do her story, right?
yeah,
How's that
yeah,
sound?
this
yeah.
is the Velvet Bee. So it's
I love that.
I love that one. It reminds me more of
Although
probably,
I love
yeah,
the
I do.
yellow too.
mhm.
I love it.
Yeah, it's
I can't pick a favorite. They're both cute.
I know.
I love them
this one's one
both.
of my
One of
favorites
each.
of the yellow ones I've done. There's
I
just
know.
something
I love
really
the yellow
cheerful
Cute
about
little
his
too.
mouth.
his little
So cute.
mouth. It's just
I love the bees.
Yeah, I do too, but I can't pick a favorite color because they're both too cute.
I
and then
know,
this is the
right?
tiny bee because it's made with oyster gold. So,
Oh,
Oh my God. Okay, that's the new favorite. That little
I want
tiny,
like
tiny one. That
15
is
of
so
those to
cute.
put on my Christmas tree.
how many?
Oh, Christmas
Like
tree
15.
ornaments.
Wouldn't that be cute?
It would.
How many of these am I making by Christmas?
I know.
Excuse
Well,
me.
you could definitely make the small one and
Well, if you
sell them
start
as
now, figure
Christmas ornaments.
200. Figure 200.
I'm bringing home a
That's
big
a 12 for Christmas pack,
little
for Christmas
bee.
ornaments.
Oh,
Yeah, we want to hear
I was
sacred
thinking for her
story.
tree, but
Okay, let me pull it
Yeah,
up. Let me pull it up.
yeah.
Now I have to do the passcode because I took you long.
That's
Okay,
good.
you ready?
Well,
This
I
is
couldn't
called The
remember the
Ring.
first line.
And this is from the uh prompt for yesterday. Yeah, yesterday.
Which was,
I won't do that again.
well, okay. I don't
All
know.
right.
I can't retain anything.
The clock on the kitchen wall had this way of ticking louder after 9 p.m., like it knew, like it was counting down to something inevitable. I'd made pot roast, his favorite, the kind that takes 6 hours in the Dutch oven, the kind you only make when you're trying to say something without saying it. Maybe I love you. Maybe please come home on time for once. Maybe both. By 8:30, the roast was cold. By 9, I'd covered it in foil. By 9:30, I'd poured my second glass of wine and started composing text messages I didn't send. Where are you? Delete. The roast is getting cold. Delete. If you're dead in a ditch, I swear to God, I'll kill you myself. Delete. By 10, I wasn't composing anymore. I was putting on my coat. There's only one bar in our town worth a damn, and Bobby Ray's isn't really worth a damn either, but it's the only place with pool tables that aren't warped and beer that isn't warm. I knew before I pulled into the parking lot, knew before I saw his truck parked crooked across two spaces like he owned the joint, knew before I pushed through those swinging doors like I was walking into a saloon in some old western, except the only showdown happening tonight was going to be domestic. The scene arranged itself before me like a painting I wanted to burn. My husband, Dean, sat in the corner, his brother, Travis, on the other side of the booth, and surrounding them, draped over them really, like
Last.
cheap tinsel on a dying Christmas tree, were three women I'd never seen before. Two bleached blondes and a redhead, matching tank tops. So much perfume, I could smell it from the doorway, cutting through the smell of stale beer and regret that usually filled the place. One of them had her hand on Dean's shoulder. Another was laughing at something Travis said, which meant she was either drunk or lying. because Travis hasn't said anything funny since 1987. Dean saw me first. I'll give him credit for that. His face went through about 7 stages of grief in 2 seconds flat. Surprise, recognition, fear, calculation, more fear, acceptance, and finally something that looked a lot like resignation. The look of a man who knows the tornado has already touched down and there's nothing left to do but wait for the debris to settle. Marlene, he said, just my name. Like that was going to fix anything. I walked toward that table like a woman possessed. And maybe I was. Possessed by 6 hours of pot roast. Possessed by 2 glasses of wine. Possessed by 3 years of marriage and the particular kind of fury that only a wife can summon when she finds her husband in a situation that requires explanation but defies it. Well, I said, my voice came out as steady as a surgeon's hand, which surprised even me. Isn't this cozy? The three blondes looked at me like I was an interruption, like I was the problem in this scenario. The one with her hand on Dean's shoulder didn't even move it. Who's this? She asked, looking at Dean, looking at my husband. And that's when the steady surgeon's hand turned into something else entirely. Who am I laughed. It wasn't a nice laugh. Who am I? I'm the woman who spent 6 hours making pot roast while this sorry excuse for a husband, I pointed at Dean, was apparently auditioning backup dancers for a music video nobody asked for. Hey now, Travis started. Shut up, Travis. You're not part of this. You're never part of anything. You're furniture. You're a lamp that occasionally needs a beer. Travis, shut up. Ma'am, one of the blondes tried. We were just what? Sitting in my husband's lap? Just breathing all over him with your Bath and Body Works clearance rack perfume? I was hitting my stride now. I can smell you from over there. I can smell you from the parking lot. I'm pretty sure they can smell you in Canada. Marlene, she just stood up now, hands raised like I was a wild animal, which, to be fair, was probably appropriate. It's not what it looks like, he said. It's not what it looks like. I repeated it slowly, tasting each word. Dean Michael Holloway, I've known you since we were 17 years old. I've seen you lie to your mother about denting her car. I've seen you lie to your boss about being sick. I've seen you lie to our pastor about why we were late to Easter service. I stepped in closer. And in all that time, I've never seen you lie this badly. The bar went quiet. Conversation stopped. Pool cues froze mid-stroke. Even the jukebox seemed to pause, like Dolly Parton herself wanted to see how this played out. These are Travis's friends, Dean tried. From his work. We were just from his work? I looked at the three women, looked at Travis, who worked at the auto body shop on Route 9. Travis, do these women look like they rotate tires for a living? Travis, bless his stupid heart, actually looked at them like he was considering the question. Don't answer that, I snapped. Then I turned back to Dean. You were supposed to be home 3 hours ago. I made pot roast. I used the good Dutch oven, the one your mother gave us, the one that weighs 8 pounds and takes up half my cabinet space, and I only use for special occasions because I love you, you absolute walnut. The roast? Dean blinked. You mad about the roast? I'm mad about the lying, Dean. I'm mad about these discount Barbie dolls hanging all over you while I'm home watching our pot roast turn into shoe leather. I'm mad that you couldn't send a text, couldn't make a call, couldn't have the basic goddamn decency to. And then one of the blondes did the unthinkable. She rolled her eyes at me, rolled them, like I was burying her, like my marriage falling apart in a dive bar was tedious. What happened next, I'm not entirely proud of, but I'm not entirely ashamed of it either. I looked at my left hand, looked at the ring that had been there for 3 years, the little diamond that Dean had saved for 8 months to buy, back when we were young and poor and stupid with love. The ring I'd never taken off, not once, not even when I was so angry I could spit. I pulled it off my finger. You know what, Dean? My voice had gone quiet now, calm, the kind of calm that comes right before the really bad storms. You want to act like you're not married? Fine. Let me help you with that. And I threw it right at his face. The tiny diamond caught the neon Budweiser light as it flew, sparkling like a shooting star made of pure spite. It bounced off his cheek, hard enough to hurt, hard enough to make a point, a little bloody dot, and then it disappeared. Somewhere onto that sticky, peanut shell covered floor, into the darkness under tables and bar stools that had 20 years of other people's bad decisions. Don't bother coming home, I said. And as I turned to walk away, I slapped his beer into his lap and walked out of Bobby Ray's bar like I had somewhere important to be. I didn't, but dramatic exits require commitment. He came home at 1:47 a.m. I was sitting on the couch pretending to watch television when he walked through the door. His jeans were dirty at the knees. His hair was a mess. He looked like he'd been through something. Here, he said. He held his hand out. There in his palm was my ring. Bobby had to lend me a flashlight, he said. I crawled around on that floor for an hour and a half. Do you know what's under the tables at Bobby Ray's, Marlene? You know what I put my hands in? I looked at him, looked at the ring, looked at his dirty jeans and his sheepish face, and his eyes that still, after 3 years, made my stomach do something complicated. Was it worth it? I asked, finding it. He sat down next to me, put the ring on the coffee table between us. Those were Travis's co-workers' girlfriends, he said quietly. They were waiting for their boyfriends to get off shift. Travis and I were just keeping them company. I should have texted. I should have called. I'm sorry about the roast. I looked at him for a long moment. Then I picked up the ring and put it back on my finger. Thank you, I told him and meant it. But Dean? Yeah? I called those women some things I can't take back. I believe the phrase discount Barbie dolls was used in public, loudly. I shook my head. He started laughing first, then I did. And somewhere between the laughter and the 2 a.m. exhaustion and the cold pot roast still sitting in the kitchen, we found our way back to each other, same as always. 50 years later, no matter how mad I've gotten, my wedding ring never left my hand. Sometimes I'll get a flash of that night, of Dean's face as my ring threw at him, and I could feel the cold emptiness where my ring was supposed to be, and I can honestly say I never did that again.
Oh, that's so cute. Oh my gosh, there are some awesome lines in that. Some awesome
I had so
lines.
much fun writing this.
I bet you did. Now you told me about the story, but yeah, I hadn't read it.
It's been changed a little bit to protect the guilty, you know?
Yes, exactly. That was my ex's name, by the way, Jean.
Oh, was it? Sorry
That's
about that.
funny. Yeah. Our story didn't turn out that well, but
Hi, Celeste.
that was so good. I loved it. I
Oh,
loved
thank
it.
you. Like I said, that
Oh
was
my
so much fun to
gosh.
write.
Sounds like it was. Yes, yes.
Yeah. And some of that came out of real life.
Yeah. Yeah. Which is right what you know, right?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. Yep.
I actually at least there's cell phones now.
Right. Yeah. When this really took place, there were no cell phones.
I
Yeah.
Hey, Rosa.
had lost um
The blind
I was making this special meal for my boyfriend and his friend who was going to be bringing him to visit. And hours go by and I don't hear anything. And and finally they call me, and they had been taking the back way to my place, and his friend had lost control of his car. See you tomorrow, Doris. And had hit
Good night, Doris.
a bridge, the entrance to a bridge. It slid out of control, hit the corner. At least he didn't go off and into the wonderful, lovely river that it was crossing.
Oh my gosh.
And then they had to walk the whole way back to town to be able to call me.
Like how
And
many
back
miles
then,
was
that
that?
took a while.
How far were they from town?
They were 2 hours from their own phone, or 2.5, 3 miles from their own phone. They were an hour walk away.
Oh,
Wow.
wow.
And and I'm like, "Oh, okay, well, at least you're safe." I couldn't yell at them at that point, darn it, because it was
Wow.
actually a real reason, and it
Mhm.
wasn't just, "Oh, we decided to do something else and lost." No, it was, "We hit a bridge." Like, "Oh." But yeah,
So that's
I
not nice.
I
Yeah.
found out that they had been home for quite a while. They decided to warm up first since they already missed dinner.
No.
That made me a little cranky. I'm like, "Wait, you
Mhm.
left me waiting for another 45 minutes because you were cold? The phone didn't work any
I know.
better."
I was gonna say it probably still you can use the phone when you're cold. I'm thinking, but yeah. Yeah.
Right?
Like, "Well,
Well,
we came home and we warmed up and got changed and decided we better order pizza since we weren't gonna get to eat at your place."
wow.
Yeah.
Sad thing.
Well, I kind of hate to follow that funny story with this very serious poem.
That's okay.
Very
I mean,
serious.
how often is it that I get a funny one out? Not very often.
It was so good. It was so good. It's called On Exercise.
Oh, my.
The weight's just falling off. The weight's just falling off, she said. I smiled without my eyes. That must be quite delightful. A fabulous surprise. The only thing I've changed is I'm showing up to class. She's proud, as well she should be, to have a smaller ass. I don't want to be like her, for when my efforts end, the pounds that went and walked away come back and bring their friends. Yes. Thank you. Thank you.
Oh, I love
New
it.
station just flashed. Live weather update. Is spring staying?
No.
Somebody's got a sense of humor.
It was
He was saying that to his parrot.
it was 79 is the high today, and it's down to 50. It'll be down to 41 overnight. In less than 24 hours, so 12 hours, it'll have dropped like 30 some degrees.
That's going to mess with the barometric pressure too, which is no good.
But we set a record yesterday of 91 degrees.
Holy
It was
moly.
12 degrees
Wow.
Monday with 3 inches of snow.
That's insane. That is insane.
That is
12
that's
degrees, 91
Yeah,
degrees.
that is insane. That is way too big, too fast. That's crazy.
You should see my poor lilac started leafing out before that snow and
Yeah.
really big freeze. So it's got brown burns
Oh, poor lilac.
from the how cold it got after sprouting too far. It's crazy, and it's going to be back down into the 30s and 40s again. It's like,
That's
yay!
confusing.
I want it to be
Nice.
a nice 60, okay? I want it to be like 50 at night, 60 during the day right now. That's a good March
65
temperature.
maybe,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
right?
Sneak up.
Yeah.
Sneak up on the heat. Don't
Yeah,
just go from
don't
Fair
put
enough.
me at almost 100 degrees in March.
Mm.
that's
This is
in a
this
week.
yeah,
You know, from
this is crazy.
20 to 100. You know, in a week. No. That no,
Pretty
that's not
much.
good.
It's 12 to 91.
Yeah, that's not good.
Oh, yeah. True. So. Well,
Actually, so I will argue that my plants suffer because I haven't had flowers on any of my trees since I planted them. And they were flowering when I planted them. When I got them as baby trees, they had started flowering, so they should be able to flower. But when you have it get up to 80 degrees and then back down to well below freezing for over 24 hours, you can't do that much protection.
is your fig tree growing?
No, it dies to the ground.
Right, but when does it
So
start then again?
it might be just barely trying to start, but I won't see it for another month probably. Because it my I've got other things that are trying to come up in green, like the surprise lilies all came up already.
My lamp was just bouncing for no reason.
Oh wow, and
That was
I mean
fun.
they're like 3 or 4 inches tall, the surprise lilies. And this time of year, I should be seeing crocuses and daffodils. And my surprise lilies are already over 4 inches tall. And
Wow.
I
Some
haven't seen
yellow
a
flowers
daffodil
out
yet.
there. I don't know what they are, but I have yellow flowers,
Those are daffodils, probably.
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 Crocuses, the most common crocuses are white or purple.
Yep.
They're a lot shorter.
And these are tall. Yeah,
Mhm.
they're tall.
Yeah, they're
Yeah, that's probably
about that
daffodils.
big, probably. With
Uh,
slightly taller greenery.
Yeah,
Maybe
they
get them
definitely
out
have. Yeah,
sideways
they're
from
pretty.
the
Yes.
stalk. Yep,
Yeah.
daffodils.
They just look small. I thought daffodils were bigger, but
They,
Some are
they're
small.
You can get
Some of them,
smaller or larger ones. It depends.
yeah. Usually
That's
people
just-
call the small ones jonquils, but they're all jonquils, but
Hmm.
or daffodils. They're just smaller and larger.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it's fun, seeing what comes up in this yard because, I've only experienced it for a couple of months last time it was spring and stuff. And so now I'm just watching all the things come up. It's really fun. Yeah.
Oh yeah, it
It's
is.
fun.
I need to start. I need to start going and getting all of the dandelions so I can get a whole gallon of dandelion petals together.
How
Try to
does
get
that taste as
dandelion.
wine?
I've never made it.
Ah,
I didn't. I read the first time, and then
good.
I commented about doing it in a group, and someone who'd already made dandelion wine in the group said, "Oh no, you're going to do it wrong." I'm like, "What?" She said,
Oh,
"It told you to cut off the flower heads. Don't listen. Petals only. Everything else, if you put that whole flower head in there to start the process, it's going to be way too bitter. You're not going to be able to stand it."
oh,
And I had picked 2 gallons of flower heads, just the very tops.
Oh.
And the thing is, once you pick them, they start to close back up. So then it's really hard to get the petals out and they're all icky. It's easier to pull the petals straight out of the flower. I found out the hard way. And so now I pulled as many petals as I could out of the ones that came in for like the next month, and then I just gave up. And now it's the best time for dandelions. They go crazy this time of year. So I can get the rest of my gallon of petals and try to make dandelion wine and see what it comes out as.
Petals. It's really a lot of petals.
It is,
that is
especially
a
as
lot of
small as
petals.
dandelion petals are. It's really, really aggravating to see.
Yeah, that's
So annoying.
Yeah,
get the granddaughter to help. She has little
I
hands.
inherited like 4 rose bushes, irises, daylilies, and apparently daffodils, and I'm not sure what else out there. And I mean, I'm going to put a little sign out there that says survival of the fittest. It's going to be the name of my garden. Yep. Yep. Oh, that's funny. And you have flowers. I loved that in Tennessee. You would have snow and then you'd have the little, what were the ones crocuses coming up. Yeah.
I can remember growing up. There's a thing that grows up in marshes
How Canadian.
in wet spaces in Pennsylvania called skunk cabbage.
Yep.
And it is actually one of the earliest flowers that ever come up. They will actually come up through the snow
Yeah, they do a lot of times come up through the snow.
because apparently there's something about the skunk weed flower. It actually emanates heat and thaws things around it, as well as smelling
Okay.
so bad.
Oh, weird.
I love
And
skunk cabbage. They are so cool.
they are,
Yeah.
aren't they? And so I
They
would
are.
go. There was skunk cabbage that grew up in the valley by our creek in this one spot. And so I would always walk to that part of the creek to look for my skunk cabbage when I got tired of winter.
Mm-hmm.
Around this time of year, I'd go looking for skunk cabbage, and then I'd go watching for the May apples to come up and watch for the May
Yep.
apples to flower. And
Yep.
that's the
Do you
life.
guys have marsh marigolds there too?
I don't remember marsh marigolds now.
Okay. I'll send you some pictures when I find some again. We had they had skunk cabbage first, then marsh marigolds, and then they had little wild
Well,
orchids.
our skunk cabbage was actually
Oh,
under
that's funny, Jen.
trees.
Yeah, this was it's all woodsy, but it's like swampy too.
Right.
And
I just
it's
never
got
saw any flowers come up. We had the what are they called? The touch me nots. Those
yep.
would
There's
come up
touchman nuts.
everywhere. But I
And
don't
there's a
remember.
Dutchman's breeches come out later in the summer.
Mm-hmm.
But it's always a little bit of water in there, so we had all kinds of different stuff in
When
that
the Joe
swamp. I used
Pye
to
weed
love
was
going
out, it
down there.
was usually July. Joe Pye weed flowered in July.
Yep, yep.
You know, it's
But in
you
Michigan,
just
we would get our skunk
it's
cabbage and
brutal.
stuff in February. Our pussy willows too come out in
Yeah,
February.
pussy willows. I
I
remember
remember we had those when I was growing up.
we had
Forgotten
wild
about that.
pussy willows. And I've only seen tame
Yeah,
pussy willows since I left home, but we had wild
Mhm.
pussy willows, and they're a lot smaller and a lot more
yep,
compact.
yep.
They're a lot furrier looking. They look like they should be little miniature bunnies or something. There's just little gray fur.
Aren't they darling though? I
They
just
are
love pussy willows.
adorable.
Little
Yes,
catkins. Those little catkins are
Mhm.
great.
They are.
I love
And
freesia too, Celeste.
She's in
and
California. So.
he had all kinds of fun things. We had bees balm. And apparently, when
I
the
haven't seen that wild ever. I've only seen that cultivated.
well, see, the thing is that there were the people that originally had built the house.
So.
She apparently was a very, very big flower gardener.
Oh,
And there were old pictures of the farm back then, and like there was a row of flowers on each side of the sidewalk, and there were flowers planted in piles here and there and everywhere. And
oh,
I think
wonderful.
that the phlox and the bees balm were probably, and possibly even the lily of the valley, because I have never found lily of the valley that hasn't been planted yet. So it could be she even planted the lily of the valley where I used to find it. I'm not sure. But I think a lot of these were plantings that the original owners had done that had become kind of overgrown as people didn't do that
wild.
anymore. So,
You can. I love roses.
oh, roses are pretty simple.
Really?
Yeah,
Yeah,
my problem right
they're-
now with my cats is I've got these two. Sorry, they're eating my fig trees that are in the house.
oh, I had some beautiful rose bushes, all of them, the old time roses that smell
Mm-hmm.
really good and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And we had a mama deer have two baby fawns in the little copse of woods behind the house. And they came up and they ate them all to the ground, and the rose bushes never came back.
Oh,
Oh my
wow.
goodness.
And I watched them eat them, but I thought, do I save the rose bushes or do I save the deer?
Mm-hmm.
I opted to save the deer.
Yeah.
Two little spotted fawns, little twins. They were so cute.
Have you ever seen the Devil's Walking Stick Hercules Club tree? Is
No,
it Michigan? Okay. Well,
it might be, but I haven't. I wouldn't.
it's
I
this really
don't know what it
thorny
is.
tree, and we were studying
Mm.
and making how to make guides to determine things, and we were supposed to use leaves. And the instructions were, whenever possible, cut a little bit of a branch, maybe to be sure if you knew if it was compound or alternate, so you wouldn't forget. But, don't take half the tree with you. And so I'm like walking around my property, and I find, and at the time, it was only about that big around. And so instead, since it didn't have branches, its leaves were like almost 3 feet long and a foot wide and just super compound leaves. And as the tree develops branches, the leaves get smaller and smaller and smaller until they're about like that. So I find this leaf, and I know for sure it's a leaf. And I sit there and I'm like thrilled because I know I've got something that is totally unexpected. And I have to dry it, and I have to take it on the school bus, and I have to carry it through the hallways and into my biology class. And all of my classmates are making fun of me. They're like, "That's not from a tree. And if it's from a tree, you're not supposed to take the whole branch. You are such a moron. Why are you doing something this stupid?" And so I get it in to my biology teacher, and I hand it to him. I say, "I found this." And people immediately start saying to him, "Isn't she stupid? She just brought you half the tree like you told us not to do." And he looks at it, he goes, "That is a leaf." And I goes,
Oh,
"Yes."
wow. How big was the leaf?
It was one leaf, but it looked like I'd grabbed a whole branch off a tree. And all of the kids were just giving me so much
Wow.
trouble.
And you actually got it right.
And I had it right. But, if
All
I
right.
tried to bring a branch with more than one leaf, I would have had to actually cut the whole tree down.
Cool.
But I went and visited it about 10 years later, and it had branched out, and its leaves were like that now. And it was, but
I want Eleanor to get to read her story.
Oh,
do you want me to
Okay.
go off to do that?
Yeah.
Okay.
So who's going on?
What?
Who's leaving, me or you, Julie?
I'll go off, and Eleanor can come on.
Okay.
And I do want to give a little trigger warning because there's sexual assault kind of topic. So yeah. Okay.
Okay.
In case anybody needs to know about.
I had a lavender gray miniature rose that was just gorgeous. I loved that thing so much. And I
Yeah, great
couldn't
purple.
get it to move. I couldn't get it to dig it up. When I
Well, now,
started
Eleanor, why are you only reading the first part?
when I started digging it up, I got almost 2.5 feet down, and I was still getting taproot. And I was afraid that if I kept digging, if it was that established, I was afraid I'd kill it. And I just put all the dirt back and left all of my rose bushes behind.
Hi,
Eleanor?
Eleanor.
Hello?
Julie, that's you? Eleanor, are you in the dark? Hi, Linda.
Eleanor. Oh, wow, Celeste. Reno would be probably a good place for roses.
Yeah. Well, any place is a good place for roses. As long
Yeah.
as they grow, I guess. But
Well, some places, you can actually end up struggling with watering off and on.
yeah. And so I said, I guess not every place is a good place for roses.
I can see you. I can't hear you, Eleanor.
I can't see her or hear her.
I
I
can't.
have Robes' black square.
Right. Yeah, all I have is a black square. l- uh, I cannot see Eleanor. I wonder what happens if I. Nope, can't do that either. Okay. So the weirdest thing happened again last night when I hit end. Instead of ending, it brought up. Ooh.
Hi,
So
Connie.
that's how it happened. Sometimes my hand trembles, apparently. And that I accidentally double tapped it a couple times. End has brought up brought up
There we go.
there you is.
There we
Better.
go.
Okay, I'm a little embarrassed because I'm actually missing 3 teeth right now.
That's okay.
Okay.
I'm missing 2.
Yeah, but these are front teeth.
Oh.
Oh, that's hard.
So
Oh, no,
Okay,
I
now I
can't
don't
hear
have
you.
sound.
Yeah, we lost sound. Lost sound. Can't hear you.
Still can't hear you, hon. Oh man. Okay, you can hear us. We can't hear you. What is happening?
Yeah, still can't hear you, Eleanor.
Okay, Eleanor, go back out again and maybe we can bring you in one more time. She said she's saying yes, so okay.
Now it's not doing it when I double tap. Why does it
Okay,
hate me so
Eleanor, can you
much?
close out on your side?
Why did it work for me once and won't work for me again?
Okay,
No,
there she goes.
okay. Gee whiz. It's just,
Frustrating.
I hate that they took out the X because I can't find an easy way to.
Yeah, to tap out and bring back.
There we
Okay.
go. Still can't hear you.
No,
Oh,
no sound.
no sound.
That does not work when you want to read us a story. We need sound.
No. I don't think holding it up, we probably wouldn't be able to read it very well.
Can you move your location? Can you take the phone and walk someplace closer to a window maybe or something? Get a better signal? Oh, now she's frozen.
Yes, she is. Now we're froze.
Oh. Oh, there you go. On Wednesday, be prepared to explain how
Yeah, we're on
Bedtime on the Porch
Soso's show.
started.
Soso's having me and Julie on her show.
Oh, okay. Oh, now I gotta know what time that is so I
Yeah.
can watch.
Noon Eastern.
Noon Eastern on Wednesday?
Yeah.
Oh man.
No, actually, if you count my wisdom teeth plus the other, I've got like 7 actual teeth that aren't in my mouth.
Oh, I've got a bunch of them on the bottom. They're gone.
Nope. I can't hear you or see you. This is oh I guess I'm gonna give up on Eleanor and try back Julie.
Yeah, I guess that's disappointing.
what do you want me back for? Don't you want Eleanor?
Well, because she keeps freezing
Oh,
and losing sound and freezing and losing sound and freezing.
Yeah. Damn it. She'll have to come
I
home
know.
tonight. Yeah.
So, anyhow, yeah.
Yeah, it'll be fun. No. When
And now, are
you
you
read your story, you'll have to come back. You'll have to come back.
we'll have to have you do it on Tuesday. Make you be the Tuesday special.
Oh,
Yeah.
that would be good too. Tuesday
Yeah.
special. Can you do that Tuesday, Eleanor? Can you
Okay,
come back Tuesday?
we'll like make you the feature. We'll have like 15 minutes to see who all arrives and then do Eleanor's story as promised.
Yeah.
Because of tech issues tonight.
She has been working and working on it. I don't
Oh,
know why
wow.
it will be online, but although my makeup does look nice.
Yes. Yes.
You do look really nice, so it's it's a
You,
good time for you to be online.
This is my robe. It's so great to do this.
I didn't
My
even
robe.
wash my hair today. I
There you
mean,
go. Well, it looks great.
she's all put together and I look like I've just rolled out of bed. It's like
And now you
Well, I
see,
like to look like that when I rolled out of bed.
I would say, now you
So
see,
what I do like.
you know, Julie's looking all cute, and then you sit there and say, "Yeah, I didn't do anything today,"
I need hair watching.
and I'm thinking, "Yeah," and you bees want me to get on here with my face. Frick you both.
Great face. I love your face. It's your face.
Not happening.
I have been like,
Your
I have
face.
thought your face was fine.
Yeah, I don't put makeup
It's a fine
on most of the
face.
time.
Right?
And if I don't wash my hair for a day, it doesn't look like that. I can tell you right now.
That's what the ponytail's for.
Yeah,
Is
mine won't go in a ponytail anymore. So
mm.
It just dries like this. It's so fun.
I know. She's
It's amazing.
yeah, bite me.
Yeah, she can look like she's totally posh. And the
Yeah,
I
rest
know,
of us,
right?
I mean, I actually have curled my hair a couple
I
times.
love my toes.
You know,
My hair used to be stick straight. So weird.
Yeah,
I
mine
have
is still stick straight.
I have random curly hairs mixed in.
And it's not the gray ones?
No,
Oh, that is weird.
I was on a medication for a while, and they said this medication will probably make your hair fall out. They said, don't worry, it grows back in
Oh.
after the original falling out, but everything that grows back in is curly, and it stays curly. So you will have random curly hair mixed in with your straight hair.
Oh my.
That was a
That's
very
interesting.
weird, I guess probably because of the panic of the hair loss was why they described it, but it was kind of a weird thing for them to, bring up. I mean, they never tell you any of the side effects on drugs. They're like, oh, by the way, there's this side effect with this drug.
Particularly weird side effect. Yeah.
I guess you guys can't really see. Nope, but between the Lombok.
Oh, I see a little shape back there.
It's my Lombok. He's like, I'm waiting for mom to go to bed.
Right. I'm
I
going to keep her warm.
Yes, there are
Yeah, weird, huh?
medications that can make you lose your hair. Hair loss was also a side effect of the interstitial cystitis medication that after
Well,
prescribing
that's
it as
bizarre.
the only treatment for like a decade, they said, oh, by the way, we just found out this causes retinal damage too.
Oh, no,
After
no, no.
Isn't that
bullying patients
lovely?
to take it.
Well, you can do it again on Tuesday, Eleanor.
Yes.
Mhm.
But
Yeah.
that one also caused hair loss. Much as 30% of your hair would fall out on it.
Oh, my goodness. That's a lot.
Yeah. There were women who had to get they said some of you might end up having to get a wig if you use this product.
Wow.
Wow.
But since I see it's such an evil disease, you're like, but it's the only treatment we'll let you do, and you have to completely fail at it before we will let you try anything else.
Isn't
And then if
that
you have any
special?
response, they keep you on it. Now, I did it as an install because it was so expensive and I wasn't insured when I was diagnosed. And I ended up
That's weird,
getting
Eleanor.
a really itchy, burny from it. And I'm like, I think I'm allergic to this. And I took that out and it didn't happen. So I refused to ever take it orally.
Yeah.
And then I networked with a lot of IC patients and I find some of them are going blind. And I'm
No.
like, yeah, I'm
Ooh.
really glad I
That's
announced
too
I was
much.
allergic and refused to.
That's too much of a
Yeah.
sacrifice.
Yeah.
For sure. Yeah.
So does anybody else have stuff to read tonight? How about you, Lisa? Did you do a prompt?
No, I decided cheating on the last prompt was good enough.
Oh, all right.
Were you
Well, I
here?
was going to say
You weren't here when I read it. I actually read the whole
no.
thing. And that
If
said, and if I wanted to fulfill tonight's prompt too, I would have the person who inherited the house as she left mention that she was never going to be going back there again. And I would have covered both prompts. One story.
I did that in one of them. It was pretty easy to sneak in
I
as
felt
one
pretty
does.
smart. So
Yeah.
well, I have one that's for my new book that I can preview a short story if you want.
Do that. Do
You
that.
guys want to hear it?
sure.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right. This one is called The Heirloom.
Oh, Rouser.
Yeah, Roger, I don't blame you. My son just came back to Florida. He had 3 layovers in Georgia before he got on the flight to Florida.
Mm.
I don't know what that was for, but three times they had to change the flight time, so he sat there for hours. It's not fun.
Mm-mm.
I was flying out of
I know,
Florida
right?
and got delayed repeatedly. And I was being held because the plane that was meeting our plane was delayed.
Yeah.
So
You did that last time.
I get to Chicago for my last connection to get home, and they didn't hold my connecting flight for me
Oh
Oh,
no.
yeah.
after holding my flight for the other flight.
Yep.
And I'm sprinting across the airport trying to make my flight as as I get to where I can see it in the window and as it's taking off. And
Uh,
yeah,
I wonder if I
Florida
forget what they're
delay. I
doing and
had
if
a
they'll
Florida
start zip
delay.
tying people. I wonder if they'll
yeah.
forget where they are, you know.
Hi,
Oh,
Onyx
it's
Rose.
Rose.
Hey,
And we said the whole name, all of us. Did you catch that? Did you hear it? Did you hear it? We did it all.
We all said it right. Yep.
We all got it
A
right.
whole beautiful name for a whole beautiful lady.
Yes.
You missed all of my stuffies showing off. There's all the new stuffies, and someone asked if I did a lizard before. So there's
Well,
lizardies and
I'm saying, while I'm reading, why don't you show stuffies?
see the lizard actually works great for the cat to ride into battle. I
Yeah.
think.
Well,
How cute.
that's funny.
That was not done on purpose.
I don't want to fly now. It's been like 5 years for me,
I
but
did this the other
now
day.
I don't want to. Well, it hasn't been 5 years.
Oh, I did not know he was putting
Sure.
ice in all the airports. I did not hear that. That is
Yeah.
scary.
Duckity doo da.
This is that toasted birch I told you about.
Mm,
That is such a pretty
No.
color.
Doesn't that come out like great for like a calico cat?
yeah,
It
that'll be
does.
perfect.
I mean,
The way the colors do.
yeah, you could pretend it was a calico if you did it on a cat.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, I didn't show you this yarn so because you talked about having bangles in the stripes, but yeah, this is another thing I think be great for cats. This is called toasted birch is the yarn I used is the color scheme called toasted birch is the yarn.
Be curious to see
So
how it does with, when you're making something a little bit bigger.
I
You know?
almost started the purple chicken or the purple bunny. So I'm not sure which purple you saw. I don't have a purple chicken here at the moment. But yeah, it's kind of funny. And the big bunny.
I do love the tails on them.
Yeah. It's fun to make bunny tails. It's fun to do the tails. There's something very cute about bunny tails.
They
And
are.
it also helps make sure that your little egg bunny doesn't fall over because he's got three things to sit the ground to keep him stable.
She crocheted scientifically. Yeah.
Yes,
Right.
it's
Tripod.
this is
She
engineering at
mapped.
its finest, folks.
She
I've got
mapped it.
tripods for him.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, she mapped to make them.
She mapped. Well done.
Thank
Yes.
you.
She
I
mapped in
mapped.
science.
I math and science while I'm doing this.
So impressive.
I sit there.
Right?
I was sitting there and doing this thought experiment where I'm trying to imagine the rows of the stitches and how they would build and see if I can imagine it almost like mathematically. Do you know what I mean? Like how the stitches multiply as it goes and
Mm-hmm.
where they might go in or out, where I might deduct a stitch or add a stitch to change the curvature. And I keep trying now to sit there and visualize it in my mind as I try to start crocheting it.
Mm-hmm. So you can
It's
build it evenly or
right.
whatever.
I'm trying to sit there in my head and build it stitch by stitch before I put it out in the world.
Again, why I don't crochet.
It's been so cool to do that. There's this weird
Sculpting.
part of my
Yep.
brain that
It
usually
will.
when I sculpted it was subtraction type sculpting where I carved something out or formed something that was already in a block. This because you're making the shell and filling it with something else. There's just this really weird visualization that I haven't ever done before.
Mm-hmm.
And so
Have to think
it's
like 3D, huh?
yeah, and it's something I've never done. I'm like, okay, so if I take it in 2 or 3
Exactly, Joe.
stitches here, 1 or 2 stitches, and just so
So they took it without asking, like they just took it, Joe. So weird.
oh, I am sorry, Joe. That
That's not
stinks.
nice.
Why would
Friend.
someone take embroidery thread?
I know.
I mean,
Bizarre. They won't be welcome back.
yeah, I'm not
Right?
inviting you to my house again. Had
Right?
$30 in different assorted special threads that I have
Yeah.
to reorder.
Mm-hmm. Oh, it's probably more than that.
Because you were a
If
jerk.
you do all the colors.
Well, I don't know how much she had. I know
Yeah.
that they used to be what 50, 60 cents a thing a long time ago. I think they might be over $1 now. You know, the little tiny, you know, those
Yeah.
ones. I haven't bought that stuff in about 10 years. I have no idea what it's like now.
Probably gone up since then.
I was
Yes.
doing the macrame friendship bracelets with my
Mhm.
granddaughter when she was 5.
Aw.
And so I bought a whole bunch of it. And
Mm.
so like, yeah, 8 or 9 years ago. It's like so whoa, so it was spools. It wasn't like the little things like you buy at Walmart.
Spools.
Spools
Oh,
is a big
no.
ooh.
Mm.
Um,
Damn.
so I when I was doing amigurumi, the first time I bought yarn, I bought amigurumi yarn that I didn't recognize the name of, and when I had to tear it apart for mistakes, all of the fuzz came off the yarn, and I had 2 pieces of thread, and so I couldn't rip out a single stitch, and goodness knows how long it would have lasted. So when I started doing, like, the emotional support chickens and things, I went with Bernat Blanket and Lion Brand and so forth, really big names because I know for sure they probably have a pretty good quality control.
Mhm.
So that's I'm pretty much at the mercy of whatever the yarn companies think are cool, and I'm using like the 5 and 6 weight bulky type yarn.
It's fun looking for it, too, looking for all the colors.
Oh, it
We'll
is.
send them back and forth. "Oh, have you seen this one? Oh, have you seen that one? What do you think of this one?" Yeah, it's fun.
And it's neat because there's even different like textures depending on which of their things. Like I've noticed that this is from Bernat Baby. It's just a little bit more plush
Mm.
than this one. And this is
Mm.
just their basic regular Bernat blanket line. And then this one is the mystical, and it's a little more fuzzy when it's finished in texture. And so, but each one, the lines, you can see little bits of difference sometimes in texture, but
I
it
especially
is.
like finding colors, and then she has to do the work. It's so cool. Love it.
Well, Sacred and will tell you the same thing. You get to any art thing you start looking at. If I'm going to be having someone pay me for this, I want to be sure I use materials that will make it stand up long enough that it's worth investing in. Unless you're that ephemeral artist who like gets millions of dollars for something that could be scuffed over with a tennis shoe.
What kind of artists?
Ephemeral. There are artists who literally do things that are literally meant to be taken apart and for like
Why?
$1,000,000
Why? Why you
because
take 'em
they
apart?
can. Because
Huh.
it's new and different, so people will buy it because no one else did that before.
Well, but why would you wanna pay a bunch of money and take it apart? That's weird.
Yeah, it's something you can pay for, but you can't own it kinda thing.
Okay.
But, but no, but if I make anything, I don't want it to be something that falls apart easily or
Mhm.
whatever, 'cause
Which story are you gonna read the whole thing? sacred or what? Oh, fine.
No, that one's too long. That one's too long. I can read a different one.
Okay.
We have time for.
A banana on a canvas. That is bizarre.
Yeah. It's just
Okay.
there's crazy.
Okay.
There's some serious crazy
Yeah.
stuff these
People
days.
with too much money and not enough brain.
And or too
Right?
much money and everything bores them, so it's new and something no one else has done yet.
Right?
Mhm.
Okay, well, this one is called The Artisan's Mark.
Sure.
The artist is
Jennifer
what?
stretched
Love you
the
too.
artisan's mark, like a stamp of mark. Jennifer stretched, vertebra answering one by one, a soft chain of release that never quite reached the 8. She lifted her head from the desk and blinked at the window, surprised to find it had gone dark without her noticing. Time flies when you're having fun, she thought, smiled to herself. The studio held that particular quiet she'd come to love, lamplit and closed. The rest of the world softened to a suggestion beyond the class. Her tools lay arranged in small, deliberate constellations, bone folder, awl, needles threaded and waiting. Sheets of antique paper rested in careful stacks, their edges uneven, their surfaces whispering with age. She ran her fingers lightly over one of them. The client had brought the paper himself, wrapped in brown craft and tied with twine, as though it had been lifted directly from another century. It had a softness to it, not to be confused with weakness, but something more like memory. It took ink beautifully. It held it. Use it well, he'd said. She intended to. The journal was coming together exactly as she'd imagined. Better, if she was honest. The faux leather cover, warm and worn looking, cradled the page signatures she'd sewn by hand, each fold, each stitch aligned just so. She'd begun embellishing as she worked, unable to resist invitation of the invitation the pages seemed to offer, and the gilding. She paused, glancing at the thin line of gold, catching the light along the page edges. She hadn't used that technique in years, not since calligraphy classes that now felt like something she'd lived in another life. But it had come back to her hands easily, as though it had been waiting. The gold was delicate, controlled, just enough to suggest richness without overwhelming the page. Elegant, she thought. She'd even used transparent inks, soft washes of watercolor, to draw slender vines curling along the margins. Not intrusive, not decorative for decoration's sake, just alive enough to make the pages feel inhabited. She leaned back, studying the work. I'm impressed with you, she said aloud. The room, as always, kept her secrets. Mr. Marsden arrived exactly when he said he would. He had that kind of presence, punctual, contained, as though time arranged itself around him rather than the other way around. He stepped into the studio and paused, his gaze moving over the space with quiet interest. You've finished it, he said. I have. Jennifer lifted the journal carefully and placed it on the table between them. He didn't touch it immediately. Instead, he looked at her. May I? He asked. Of course. He opened the cover slowly. Jennifer watched his face. This part always mattered to her. The moment when something she'd made passed out of her hands and into someone else's perception. Approval, disappointment, indifference. She'd learned to read all of it in the smallest shifts. But Mr. Marsden was difficult to read. His expression remained composed as he turned the first page, then the next. His fingers moved with surprising care, as though he understood the work that had gone into each sheet. The gold caught the light as the pages shifted. The vines seemed to move. At least for a moment, Jennifer thought they did. A trick of the light, she told herself. Mr. Marsden closed the journal. It's exceptional, he said. Warmth spread through her chest. I'm glad you like it. Oh, I do more than like it, he said. He reached into his coat and produced an envelope, placing it on the table. A bonus, he said, for your interpretation. Jennifer hesitated only a moment before opening it. 5 crisp $100 bills. Her breath caught. Mr. Marsden, this is deserved, he said. There was something in his tone that made her stop. Use your gifts well, he added. The phrasing struck her as odd. Before she could respond, he'd already turned toward the door. I'll be in touch, he said. He's gone. A week later, he returned. This time, he didn't wait to be invited in. Jennifer heard the door open and close, the sound sharp in the quiet of the studio. Mr. Marsden, she called. I believe we have a problem, he said. He stood in the center of the room, the journal in his hands. Something in his posture had changed. He set it down on the table. Jennifer stepped forward, frowning slightly. What's wrong? He opened it. The pages were marked. Deep, irregular stains spread across several of them. Dark, saturated, a violent shade of purple that seemed to have soaked into the fibers themselves. Jennifer stared. That wasn't there, she said. I am aware, he replied. She touched the edge of one page, careful not to smear it. The color was just wrong, not ink, not quite. It had depth to it, though it had grown there rather than been applied. I'll figure out what happened, she said quickly. I'll make it right, I promise. Mr. Marsden watched her for a long moment and said nothing. Then, yes, I expect you will. He closed the journal and left it on the table. Don't delay, he said, and then he was gone again. Jennifer sat down heavily in her chair. The room felt different, smaller, airless. The journal lay open before her, purple stains dark against the soft aged paper. They seemed intentional, not random spills or accidents. Patterns, no, that was ridiculous. She pulled her laptop closer and began to search. Paper staining causes, ink bleeding antique paper, chemical reactions, parchment discoloration. The results came quickly, too many to sort at once. Humidity, oils, mold, improper sealing. None of it looked like this. She reached for a sheet of scrap paper to take notes. As she wrote, something caught her eye. A mark near the edge of the page. Jennifer frowned and lifted her hand. The mark remained. A fingerprint. Her fingerprint. She stared at it. The color was faint at first, just a shadow of violet. But as she watched, it seemed to deepen, bluing outward into the fibers of the paper. Now, she whispered. She looked down at her fingers. At first, she thought it was a trick of the light. Then she saw it clearly. A faint purple tint along the pads of her fingers. She rubbed them together. The color didn't smear. It didn't transfer. It was in the skin. Her breath shortened. No, 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 no. The color spread. Slowly. Deliberately. Upward from her fingertips toward her knuckles. Jennifer shoved her chair back so hard it toppled, crashing against the floor. The dog in the corner jerked awake, startled, then froze. It looked at her. Not with recognition, with suspicion. Its lips pulled back slightly, a low growl building in its throat. Hey, Jennifer said, her voice shaking. It's me. The dog did not move closer. The growl deepened. Jennifer's heart hammered. She turned back to the laptop. hands trembling as she scrolled through the page after page of search results. Nothing, nothing, nothing. Then a link, buried deep. Oh, the text was fragmented, poorly formatted, as though it had been lifted from a scan of something much older. She clicked. Page loaded. The language was archaic, the phrasing uneven, but the words were clear enough. She read and felt the world tilt. There exists a craft, now largely forgotten, in which the binding of pages is made not merely with thread and glue, but with intention and invocation. Jennifer swallowed. Her fingers burned. The wording continued. Such works are not books in the common sense, but vessels. They hold what is placed within them and what is taken. Her gaze flicked to the journal. The stains seemed darker now. She continued reading. The discoloration described, deep violet, spreading irregularly, is not rot, nor mold, nor ink. It is the mark of transference. Her breath hitched. She read further. The maker, having given form to the vessel, becomes its first and final page. Jennifer's stomach dropped. No, she said aloud. The wording continued. The stain will appear after, first in the work and then in the flesh. It will spread as the binding takes hold. Her hands. When it reaches the heart, the maker is no longer separate from the vessel. The room felt very far away. And what is written thereafter? The line trailed off. The text ended abruptly. Jennifer sat frozen, staring at the screen. No, she said again, softer now. This was ridiculous. An old text, superstition, misinterpretation. There had to be a rational explanation. There had to be. A drop fell onto the desk. She blinked. Another. She looked down. From the tip of her finger, a bead of violet welled and slipped free, striking the surface of the desk with a soft, wet sound. The color spread where it landed, like ink, or something pretending to be. Jennifer stumbled backward. Her gaze snapped to the journal. The stains pulsed. No, that wasn't. The vines she had painted along the edges of the pages seemed to have thickened, their lines darker, more pronounced. Alive. No, she whispered. The journal shifted just slightly, as if something inside it had settled or awakened. Jennifer's breathing came in sharp, shallow bursts. She backed toward the door. I didn't do anything, she said, as though the room required explanation. Her hand hit the wall. The light flickered, and in the dimming glow, the gold along the page edges caught out the light, not reflecting it, but containing it, like a boundary, like a seal. Jennifer turned and ran. She didn't remember crossing the threshold, only the cold air hitting her face, the sudden vastness of the outside world. She stumbled down the steps, clutching her hands to her chest. They throbbed. The color had spread to her palms now, up her wrists. She could feel it moving inside her, a slow, deliberate claiming. Behind her, the door to the studio creaked. Jennifer turned. Mr. Marsden stood in the doorway. I thought he'd always been there. You found it, he said. Her voice shook. What did you give me? He tilted his head slightly. An opportunity. This is killing me, she yelled. No, he said calmly. It is finishing what you began. I didn't begin anything. He stepped forward. You made the vessel, he said. You chose the materials. You applied the gold. You traced the lines. She whispered, I didn't know. Knowing is not required, he said. The words settled into her like weight. Jennifer's knees weakened. Make it stop, she whispered. Mr. Marsden regarded her. There is no stopping a binding once it has taken hold. Her vision blurred. purple crept higher. You said it was exceptional, she said, desperate. You paid me. And it is, he said. You should be proud. She stared at him. Heat flickered, brief and bright. What is it? She asked. Mr. Marsden's gaze drifted past her, back toward the studio. A record, he said. A place for what should not be forgotten. Jennifer's breath stuttered. What? What does it take? He met her eyes again. You, he said simply. The world narrowed. The edges of her vision darkened. Jennifer swayed. Behind her, the door to the studio stood open. The journal waited. She could feel it, calling, not with sound, but with something deeper. A pull, completion. Her hands lowered slowly from her chest. The purple had reached her forearms now. It was almost beautiful. No, no, she took a step back, away. Mr. Marsden didn't move to stop. For a moment, it seemed possible. Escape, distance, time. Then her foot caught the edge of the step. Jennifer fell. The impact jarred through her body, sharp and disorienting. Her hands struck the ground. The color surged. Upward, faster now, hungry. No, she gasped. But it didn't slow, didn't hesitate. It reached her elbows, her shoulders, her throat. She could feel it hit in her chest now. Pressure, a tightening, a closing. Jennifer's gaze lifted. Mr. Marsden watched her, neither kindly nor unkindly, simply watching. The way one watches something inevitable. Her breath hitched. Once, twice, then stopped. The studio was quiet again. Mr. Marsden stepped inside. He closed the door gently behind him. The journal lay open on the table. The stains had deepened, spread, formed something like shapes. He approached, his movements unhurried. On the final page, where before there had been only clean, waiting paper, a new mark had appeared. A handprint, delicate, detailed, perfectly rendered in deep, saturated violet. The faint suggestion of vines curled around it, as though welcoming it. Mr. Marsden closed the journal. Exceptional, he murmured. He picked it up and carried it with him as he left. The gold along the edges caught the light and held it. And that's it.
Wild.
What do you think?
Wild. I think you have a really interesting brain. So she's like captured in it? Is that what happens?
Yeah, she's become, it's captured her essence, her life force, her lifeblood, whatever.
Does
So
he
he's
have
like-
a collection of those? He does this regularly, or
Sounded like it.
Yeah.
I was only interested in the one kind, but yeah, it sounds like you could do that,
Yeah, it could be cool.
Yeah. Night Rouser. So what do y'all think? Do people like it? Yes,
Yeah.
no, maybe?
yeah.
Yeah, you are a good writer.
Oh, thank you. That one was kind of fun to see where it was going to go.
Yeah. Did it kind of take you a little bit, or did you have it all planned out first?
No, I knew I wanted to do something, with journaling because I do make some journals. I have in the past. I don't now not write, but
Right.
and they've always been fun to make. So I kind of started with that. Thank you, Celeste, with that whole concept. And then it just, once I started writing, something takes over and it just goes where it goes. And
Wow.
when it's done, I was like, oh, that's where that was headed. Oh, cool.
I've done a couple that came out like that. Yeah.
It's always fun when I don't know if it's the muse or my ghost. I don't know what it is, but something else comes in and takes over and finishes what I've started. And
Yeah.
a lot of times I'm really surprised at the endings, and I'm sometimes surprised at the names that people get.
Yeah.
I'll pick a name and it'll say, nope, that's not right. It's got to be this name. It's like, oh, okay, well, I guess that works
That's
too.
scary. No, that's not
There we
scary.
go.
I wouldn't be
That-
worried.
Well, wasn't
There
it
you go.
Nathaniel Hawthorne they said that was absolutely haunted by the characters
Hmm.
of the Scarlet Letter until he finished writing it? That
I believe it.
he said something about, you know, it only apparently it took him a very short period of time to write the story. And he was asked about being so obsessed with getting it all down, and he said, "They won't leave me alone."
Interesting.
And
Oh,
the story just wrote itself to him pretty much. I think it was Nathaniel Hawthorne that in the Scarlet
well, I'd
Letter
love to know who that
about.
was because I've the novel that I'm working on, that I'm still working on. I will let it go while I work on some of this smaller stuff because
Mhm.
this is more satisfying because it gets done quicker.
Right.
But then the novel will start coming back and it'll haunt me. It'll wake me up. It won't let me
Mhm.
sleep, and I have to go back to it.
Right.
It is
Interesting.
not leaving me alone. It's making me write. So it's just weird.
Are you possessed?
Sometimes it feels
Who
that
knows?
way.
I could be.
I know.
I've been
Possessed by
I
accused
did this.
of it. So there's
I
that.
did this painting and drawing too. I would sit down with an idea for a drawing or a painting,
Mhm.
and then I would snap out of it hours and hours later, and there would be a finished piece in front of me that I don't remember making.
Oh, wow.
That's bizarre. Night, Celeste. Enjoy your dinner. Finally.
Yeah. Good night, Celeste. Happy dinner.
It's Celeste.
But
It is time for us to go, actually. It is.
it is.
We made it. Night all.
None of us
Good
fell
night,
asleep.
everybody. Thank you for listening, everybody. You're good sports.
Thank you for being here and enjoy
See you
sharing
Tuesday.
the conversation with us.
Yeah.
See you Tuesday.